My video for October the 20th, 2018 is video number 2881, and it's entitled Finding Humor in a Seriously Challenged World. One of my schoolmates from the 1960s recently became friends with me on Facebook. I spent several minutes reading the jokes on his page. Yes, the laughter felt good. I think we all could use more humor in our lives. Of course, humanity faces severe challenges, not least of which is the polarization of human society. Like it or not, there is still an apparently demonic element that continues to invert human values, and they have long enslaved humanity with the money system control. Yes, I do think money could be put to good use, and often it is. However, for the most part, it is a means of enslaving humanity. Many who are awakening can finally see this, while the masses are still caught up in the rat race of competing for currency that has no intrinsic value. Even gold and precious metals have value, not as money, but for qualities they provide. Our money, however, is not backed by anything of value, nothing whatsoever. It's all a scam used to control the masses by those we have called the elite. I'm not at all sorry for not seeing them as anything other than charlatans who have gotten away with running a Ponzi scheme far too long. Can humanity fully awaken without putting the top of the pyramid in its proper place? It is, after all, the bottom that provides stability. Yes, my friend Doug from my earlier years when I was still in, I think grammar school and high school. He was part of the Midland Park community growing up. Another Dutchman. Many in that town that I grew up in were of Dutch ancestry. Anyway, the joke that he had was, do the turkeys get any bigger? A lady asked the clerk, and he said, no, ma'am, they're dead. And when I read that, I just said, I've got to share this. And that was just one of many of the jokes that he placed on his Facebook page, which I shared that one on mine. And it got way more views and likes and things than my videos do. Isn't that strange? I mean, I make videos every day as a mission, that's what I do. And people pay more attention to me posting a joke than they do actually watching and commenting on my videos. But folks, I take things very seriously, and I have been working all of my life for the establishment, or to see the establishment of the kingdom of heaven on earth since I was a kid, since I was a teenager. I knew Doug back then, and I mean, I was one of the ones that preached on street corners, and as I said in another video, preached a sermon in the largest church of my denomination when I was just 14 years old. This is not something new to me. And I have people telling me that I've lost the faith and everything. Well, I wonder, does God or does the Creator, is the Creator ever going to take responsibility for creation? And Aristo, who's going to be making a video with me in a couple more days, he says, no, it's up to us. And many others say it's up to us. God can't impose on us, because then we'll just rebel. Well, there's been rebellion on earth forever. It's been going on as long as we have known history. And of course, our history has been distorted by those who win. The winners always tell the history, and they don't tell the truth. They never give the other side of the story. And so everything is distorted and perverted on earth. And the leaders are some of the most perverted beings that exist. I mean, they abuse little children, infants even. When are we going to wake up? And as for it to be a Ponzi scheme, I mean, those at the top keep milking those underneath for more wealth, more wealth, more wealth. It's a Ponzi scheme. The ones at the top keep stealing from those underneath. It's fraud, folks. The whole world is a fraud-based system. When are we going to get it? When are we going to wake up? Yes, it's good to laugh. It's good to find ways of releasing tension. Now, I had an experience yesterday where I got really, really upset with a particular individual. And I made an outburst right in front of a bunch of people. I made an outburst to this individual. And I went back and I checked my blood pressure just after that outburst. And my blood pressure shot up to, I don't remember the exact numbers, 170 something over 115, I think, with a pulse rate of 101. And I went and I did my hugging of the tree and my walk in the park that I do every day. And then I went right back to the person that I had blown up with, and I apologized, and we actually talked and cleared the air, so to speak. And I went back and checked my blood pressure after that. It was 117 over 71 with a pulse rate of, I don't remember what the pulse rate was, but in any case, it had dropped down to normal range. And that's how, when we get excited, things change in our physiological system. Our bodies, the blood pressure and other things are elevated at times like that. But I want to see real change in the world, not something to believe in. I keep saying that over and over and over again. I want to see humanity put in a position where we can start helping one another, and that no one tries to limit us. The current video is about freedom of speech. Well, they're trying to, the government, the mind control people, want to take all of our natural rights away from us. And those are not rights granted by some government. Those are rights recognized as unalienable rights granted by the Creator, whatever the Creator is. Now, I'd like the Creator to be good. I'd like the Creator to have a positive intent for creation. But I'm sorry, I don't see it happening quickly enough. I've wanted since I was a little kid, as I said, to actually participate in bringing good tidings to humanity. I don't want to keep focusing on things that are wrong with the world, but those are the things that we have to fix. And if we ignore them, they're not going to get any better. Our role is not going to improve. Our lot in life is not going to improve. We're going to continue to go around and around and around and get nowhere. Now, I don't want my humanity to have no purpose, nor anyone else's. I have a purpose. I want to see peace on earth. I want to see us learn to love one another. And we do that by listening to one another and not judging, but holding people to their word. Okay? It's not judging, but we have to be discerning. Not everything on this planet is good for us. When are we going to recognize that? And a lot of what we've been fed is poison. Not only it's not good, it's poison. It destroys our ability to see clearly and to think clearly. And these are things that concern me, and I want to see real change. And I want to see the challenges we face in this world to be dealt with honestly and lovingly. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.